Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Tower of Guns. So the last last three episodes were really all the same run. So if you kind of followed that entire business, it was insane. I'm very glad I had that happen. So today we're going to be going for something a little bit easier and a little bit less stressful, just because, I don't know, I feel like I kind of want to break. Oh crap, it's the little roly guys that make it very hard to keep my weapon level. Now, I've noticed a couple of things as far as as far as Tower of Guns goes. I think they've made it so, or Joe's made it so you de-level. Oh crap, I'm gonna get hit. No, I'm not. Okay, beautiful. Okay, I think Joe made it so that weapons de-level slower, which is really good. Because I was finding myself, losing a lot of weapon levels right before the Gumball machine. Back in version 0.78, that's kind of a pain in the ass. So, we're running the Blatherskite crossbow today, and we're doing it in Babby mode, actually. Mainly because I don't like the Blatherskite crossbow, but I'd like to see a complete run with it. And mainly because I also want to see how much of a difference Babby mode makes. And the answer seems to be... there's stuff behind me. Of course there's stuff behind me. When is there never... when is there not stuff behind me? So I'm just actually going to blitz through here, because that seems... oh... because there's a spiky ball launcher up above that's hitting me. And... okay, you know what? Best option, snipe it. There we go. The one major benefit to the Blatherskite crossbow is the strike through. I think it does strike through, but it definitely does like murder things in one hit, which is really convenient, especially because we're already up to weapon level 3. Which means very good things for us. And at this point, I'm ignoring the enemies that I should be focusing on. But considering they're not doing a whole lot of damage to us, I don't feel too threatened yet. And especially because I think it's because we're on easy mode, I feel like we're going to have a little bit easier of a run today. And admittedly, the last run was debatably very easy. I definitely kind of wrecked through things very quickly. The 3 guns I was running with, especially once I got the smoke launcher and the... oh shoot, what was it? As soon as it... oh, come on. Well, I don't know how I didn't take fall damage, I guess kind of floating along those little things. Okay, there's a saw blade launcher. Now the one problem with this gun is if you're slightly off target, you actually have to wait a couple seconds before shooting again, and that's kind of a pain in the butt. So, ooh, there's secret stuff back there. Looks like a bunch of weapon EXP. So, I think there's still a saw blade launcher up here that I have to be wary of. But, let's get over here and let's get the jump, because I feel like I'm going to be doing a little bit of aerial performances here. And it's not the kind of thing that I want to be doing without some kind of extra backup jump. Even though, like I said, I think things are going to be easier. I mean, it is Babby mode, after all. So, yep. One more saw blade launcher, and we're actually right outside the boss room, which is weird. Maybe I'm misremembering things, but this feels like it's only the 2nd level in the foyer, which is super confusing. Okay, there, we didn't get hit. Got a lot of weapon EXP. We've got some coinage over there that's a lot of coinage, actually, all over the place. It's highly unlikely we're even going to get close to getting. Yeah, no way I'm going to be able to jump over to any of these ledges without some kind of super jump. Which kind of sucks. But I saw a huge amount of weapon EXP in one of these corners over somewhere. Now, the question is... oh, there it is. Yeah. So this is going to put us up probably up to weapon level 5, maybe? I don't know. It's going to put us up really high. Okay, 4.5. Good enough. So we've got one jump, we've got a very high level Blatherskite crossbow, and pretty much nothing else. I'd love to get the power-ups kind of all along those ledges there. Ain't gonna happen today. So let's just go up and make do with what we got. Is that another secret that I missed the previous time I came through here? Nope, never mind. I was thinking just oh, maybe you can even jump through the ceiling and find another secret spot, but no, does not look like it's the case. So, I don't know, how are you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty well. Haven't run into a whole lot of the new-ish bosses in this game. You know, the, I don't know, spiky wall of death, the, oh hello, vampirism, straight off the bat. Okay, I can work with that. I'm doing pretty well. I've got an old friend coming to visit tonight, and it's kind of like, after college, I really haven't seen a whole lot of people I knew in college, or prior to college, in fact, because I had a job in the area, and it's like, well, you know, you graduate from college and move like 20 minutes away, all your friends go back home, or off to new jobs, and you just stop talking to them, because, I mean, as nice as the internet is, it's kind of a pain in the ass to have like a several-hour conversation with somebody that, like, yeah, you knew in college, but maybe you weren't that close with, but, like, you're still kind of friends. And wow, the Blatherskite crossbow gets really bloomy when you pick up stuff. Weird. So that's a speed pickup, and those are a lot of tanks. So I'm definitely feeling like we're maybe not hideously overpowered, but we're definitely feeling really, really rockin' powerful right now. Maybe it's just because all the enemies are wimpy because of Babby mode, or because the Blatherskite crossbow is a bit of a beast as far as damage goes. Oh well, so we're just below weapon level 5. I'd love to be able to make it up all the way, but not going to be the case. So I said there's a speed upgrade, but I'm going to have to make the very unfortunate statement that we're not going to get it. Anyway, back to kind of talking about life and things. There's also a secret area up there, but no way I'm going to get it. So, oh, it's this room. I like this room. So, I don't know. Oh, that's a goddamn super cannon. That needs to die, and that needs to die fast. Okay, so yeah, old friend, we've Skyped with her a couple of times, which is kind of nice. You usually don't, I don't know, I usually don't go out of my way to contact people. Unless, you know, either we have something that we want to do together, or whatever. I'm not a good Skype talker. I don't do well for just, like, sitting there and talking for hours and hours on end. Which is confusing, because I actually really enjoy podcasting. We did our first-ish podcast the other night. Me, Spider, Seabass, and Seabass's co-op partner. If you don't know who they are, they're like a couple of members of my co-op group from like Gary's Mod, so if you don't watch that kind of thing, then eh. But, you know, podcasting was definitely interesting. One of the major issues we ran into is I talk a lot, and so I did notice myself talking over a lot of people. Or, not a lot of people, but I ended up talking over people a lot. There we go. You just have to reorder the words properly. I don't know how I sniped all those flying little dudes. Because they move. Maybe they just weren't dodging as much as they usually do. Or maybe on harder difficulties they don't dodge nearly as much as, you know, on easier difficulties. Which actually would make a lot of sense. Anyway, so, don't want to get hit by you. And I think on higher weapon levels, the Blatherskite crossbow actually just has a little bit more of an activatable area. So, like, you can hit enemies easier with it. So that is an item charge booster. And considering we're fairly poor, I'm actually going to not get it. But anyway, so, podcasting. I think we ended up talking for like a grand total of 2 hours. It was insane. And we definitely had more to say. Which, I mean, it's kind of bad because it's like, well, you're podcasting for 2 hours straight. Nobody's going to listen to you that long. Nobody. So what am I doing here? I'm doing something incredibly risky. At least you can double jump while tilting. Okay, so that was painful in a lot of ways. But we got a lot of coinage, so the weapon... not the weapon, the item charge plus might actually be viable, but I'm not entirely sure. We did take a lot of damage there, but hopefully Vampirism will boost us back up, at least enough so we're not in serious danger. And we're at weapon level 5, so that's a serious boon. Armor! Amazing. Okay, so, I don't know, we talked for 2 hours, we talked a lot about actually not gaming stuff, which is kind of interesting. You get on a lot of side tangents when podcasting, and it's just like, oh yeah, you know, talking about not quite personal life stuff, but a lot of background information on the people there. We did talk a lot about gaming, of course. It's, I mean, practically a requirement for a podcaster with 4 Let's Players in it. Podcaster with 4 Let's Players in it. Yep. Oh, hello. Okay, now I have that problem where these guys are incredibly hard to hit. Yeah, I pretty much have to joust them with a gun just to take them out. Oh, Jesus. Well, I guess I'll just stay on the lift. That's a bomb. Avoid the bombs. Maybe the bombs will take out the little guys. Does not look like it's the case. Though, I think back on the topic, back on the farm. I think as far as podcasting goes, I'm going to try and keep my podcast to, like, closer to 2 hours. Not 2 hours, 1 hour. 2 hours just seems very, like, unreasonable for a person to watch. Because I myself wouldn't watch a 2 hour long podcast. So, you know, asking everybody else to do the same is, I would say, a little rude. And we're flying a lot in here. I'm trying to get as many health pickups as possible before we land, because we're great on weapon level, but okay, now we're full health. Now I can kind of largely ignore these things. They're not gone yet. But, I don't know. Podcasts are something that I never really got into as, like, a YouTuber, Let's Player, even just, like, a listener. Podcasts always seem like, not a giant waste of time, but it definitely feels like listening to a podcast for 2 hours is usually... I think the lift broke. Well, hopefully there's another lift on the other side, because that one ain't going up again. Yep, okay, good. But yeah, like, listening to something for 2 hours just seems strange to me. Like, I can see the appeal of it, especially if the people have really good personalities and or energy and or something really interesting to say. But from, like, I don't know. I guess I'd rather just... Oh, jeez, is this room again? And I still got hit. I was hoping I could launch myself over the bullets, and I ended up launching myself kind of into the bullets, but that's okay. Health pickup, health pickup. Great. So there's some secret stuff down here that I want to get first. Just coinage. Okay. Could be worse. But, I don't know. I think I'd prefer to keep things to an hour just so it's, like, easy to digest and nobody has to worry about it dragging on too long. But there is also the kind of interesting question of, how do you even control a podcast? Because it's very rambly by nature. And on, like, one hand, it would be really cool to keep it purely based on, like, Let's Play and gaming and stuff. But I can't imagine it's going to be the kind of thing that you'll be able to keep it focused on one thing. You're just going to switch topics, and it's like, how do you keep things relevant and interesting so anybody watching is, I guess... Actually, come to think of it, the same argument could be said about what I'm doing right now. I'm talking largely about a podcast, which, you know, I'm making wild assumptions that whomever is watching this video is even interested in podcasting in the slightest. And we got some bombs up there. And I guess I'm just kind of rambling because at this point everything's like super easy and I'm just kind of murdering everything in the face. Except for the spiky ball launcher. But so... I guess maybe it's personality driven, maybe it's like gameplay, maybe you guys just don't give a damn about what I say and you just turn off the audio to watch me die. It's possible. Okay, I'm gonna get out of there. We've got a couple of homing purple crap launchers, which are terrifying. And, okay, avoided those. Got hit a little bit with the spiky ball, or not spiky ball, the spin bots, but overall, pretty okay. And I see... If my eyes aren't mistaken, that's another weapon mod. What is it? Crit. Interesting question. Well, you know what? I'm pretty loaded. I'm gonna go for it. The vampirism is nice, but it's not specifically necessary for this run. And if this thing could one-hit a boss... Well, I would say that's something to aim for, because that would be hilarious. I do feel bad about leaving behind Vampirism, considering it's probably one of the most useful of all of the weapon mods. But, oh dear. Kind of fell into the lava just for a second there. No, don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me. There we go. Alright, so yeah, like I was saying, feel kind of bad for leaving Vampirism behind. Could actually have been really useful, and if we end up losing because of it, I apologize. But I want to see... how much damage I can do to Grandpa Napoleon. Let's see if I can kill him before he gets the purple crap out. Looks like that is the case. Ah, and I just wasted all my money. Oh well. So, this is the one mod that is absolutely necessary if you're running with this gun. Speed. Look at this thing, fire! And I assume all of you guys kind of have a pretty good feeling about how much damage this thing does, so this thing plus rapid fire is pretty good. Spread would be pretty damn good too. TNT maybe would be good, but definitely rapid fire is probably the optimum solution for this gun. because we're definitely going to be harpooning the crap out of everything and anything we're shooting at. And that's awesome. Okay, into the warehouse. Dark as shit. I really wish bullet, like, impacts would would illuminate the area, because that would actually be really neat to kind of not use echolocation, but explodolocation for everything and anything shooting at you. Oh, almost got hit in the face by purple crap. I don't even... Oh, Jesus. This is terrifying. Okay, so if I don't get... Okay, so if I don't get hit by any of these guys, I'm safe-ish. So here's what I'm gonna do. I don't think that's safe either, but considering these guys don't drop a gosh darn thing, I don't think there's anything below me either. I'm just getting the hell out of Dodge, because this room would probably murder my face. And I like my face. I mean, I think I've mentioned this before. Maybe not the prettiest chap, but I like it for blinking, I like it for seeing, I like it for, you know, all-around face things. I don't know specifically what you'd say you'd use a face for, apart from, like, hanging from balloons and surprising your buddy with it, but the llamas with hats reference. Actually, I might as well mention this. So, usually don't say my real name on the internet, but whatever. My name is Carl. Nice to meet you. So, llamas with hats, I'm sure you've heard of it. That thing is a nightmare if your name is Carl, because then, now everybody that I know in real life, anytime I do something like remotely silly, they just go, Carl, that kills people. And realistically, it's not actually that, like, annoying of a thing, but it's definitely kind of the elementary school level of nonsense that you get with a name like Carl. I don't know why, but it's like, it's pretty much one of the go-to names for, like, stupid characters. So you've got, you know, Carl the llama, who's actually kind of fun, but at the same time is, like, at core level, something to be laughed at. There's Carl from... Oh, geez, there are bullets. I'm just going to back up a bit. A lot of triple spin bots. We're still doing pretty well. Oh, right, I forgot. We've got rapid fire. This actually makes things a lot easier. But there are explosions back behind us, and that's concerning. So, yeah. So there's Jimmy Neutron. There's Carl from Jimmy Neutron, which I definitely kind of got some flack for that when I was younger. There's... no, Coinage, I need you. No, Coinage is gone. Coinage is gone. Okay, let's see. There was Carl from Up, who actually was a really nice character to have the same name as. But, I don't know, I'm trying to think of other Carls, and I guess there's Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and that's kind of a... kind of not exactly the character I'd like associated with my name either. But, you know what can you do? It's the onus is mostly on people to not, you know, be dicks about it, but I've definitely had people who've been a little bit less than nice about making fun of me for my name, and it's like, class act comedy there. Oh, crap. I'm gonna take some damage for that. I was like, oh, you know, I'll just jump across and see if there's anything over there. The answer is no. Oh, well. So, I don't think there are any secrets here, so I'm gonna just tilt back. At least I don't remember there being any. And yes, there's that shop there, and I could get the captain's belt, but it seems largely pointless to do so. I think there's also secret stuff, like, up there, but not worth it. Alright, let's see what we've got in the boss chamber. I really hope it's... crap, it's the Longhorn. I think this is actually one of the first times I've really paid attention to the Longhorn's name. At least, to our credit, we don't do splash damage to ourselves, and the Longhorn is incredibly, maybe not weak, but goes down a lot easier than a lot of other bosses. So, yeah, that worked out well. We really need to get a second gun or something. We keep getting these weapon mods that we don't need. I started with Vampirism, bought crit, got rapid, found crit again. I think this game could use something like Isaac, where if you like find an item, pick it up and then put it back down, it gets taken out of the item pool so you can't get it again. Hey, we're going to Hugbot Alley. Is this the first time we're going into Hugbot Alley in 1.0? I think it might be, actually. Come to think of it. Weird. I honestly don't know what the logic is behind Hugbot Alley. like, I feel like there's got to be a rhyme or reason to this place. Because it feels like random... It's not... It can't be random. There's got to be some logic for it. Because, for example, my main theory is that it's based on speed and or pickups and or, like, damage, energy, whatever. But, like, currently we have zero reason to kill all these hug bots, save for, like, maybe the chance of getting some pickups. But, But, I don't know. It feels like maybe if you get through Hugbot Alley really quickly, you get a lot of really nice stuff for it. Or, not Hugbot Alley really quickly, but, like, if you get to Hugbot Alley quickly enough, then you get access. But I could be wrong about that. Now I actually have a reason to use the... This is a weird gun, by the way. At first level, it actually shoots really fast. But as you, like, level it up, it actually gets slower. Interesting question. And I feel like I should murder all of the Hugbots just to get stuff. And considering on the last run I murdered all the Hugbots, so... I don't know. I also have the theory that not killing Hugbots actually keeps your difficulty lower. Which I'm going to just keep operating with. Because I feel like if you murder the entirety of Hugbot Alley, you're going to get a really high difficulty level. I'm not sure. But anyway, we're on... Oh, right, because the warehouse replaces the battlements. I was like, we're on logistics already? Anyway, this is probably one of the fastest runs we've ever had. And go figure, I'm running on Babby mode, so it's going to be easier. So this gun is definitely not nearly as useful as the Blatherskite crossbow, because the Blatherskite crossbow is pretty much a one-hit KO on everything and anything I hit. But I'm still going to level this thing up just in case we need it. Now, I will also mention, I don't think I mentioned this earlier on, we're not running on we're not running on endless mode right now. So we're not going to have like a redux of the last round, because that was just a little insane. So yeah, this gun definitely does slow down as you level it up. It's kind of an interesting thing. Oh yeah, we got an extra jump in Hugbot Alley. So how are we even doing on this run? I don't think I've really referenced, you know, how we've been, like, how this run's been progressing, apart from just, like, thinking about Hugbot Alley. And the answer is, we're doing interestingly. Because we're not weak, but we're definitely not getting the same amount of pickups that we did on the previous run. And actually, it looks like this room is going to give us everything we needed and more. Let's level this thing up to max, because why the heck not? And there we go, extra jump added. I don't think I needed it, but it's one of those, it's like, you know what, the extra jump would be nice. And I would very much like to know if, like, this gun actually doesn't get more powerful if you get the, like, if you level it up to max, if it just, like, gets the weird extra motivator effect, does more damage but fires slower. That's definitely something I would like to know. Yeah, we got another armor pickup and some mites. So, you know how I was complaining about not having a whole lot of stuff? Well, we just came out in aces there, or spades? I don't know, phrases are not my strong suit. I should really look up some, like, just generic sayings, so I can sound like I know what I'm talking about whenever I'm like, you know, they came out in droves, or... Actually, no, that's, like, a legitimate phrase that I know. But if I'm trying to use, like, some kind of slang terminology and or, like, colloquialism, you're going to get a very butchered quotes and scripts and whatnot. Actually, not so much scripts, but still. So we can fly at this point, I think. We've got enough hoops to fly across everywhere. And excuse me if the whole, like, me saying jumps or hoops is, like, annoying or something. It's just a weird mental association I've made in my head. And maybe it's because I'm a, you know, slightly shorter than 6 foot tall white dude, but on some level I am envious of people like Shaq and, you know, Michael Jackson, and not Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. I'm not really jealous of Michael Jackson. He had an interesting life, but I wouldn't exactly say he had an enviable one. Mostly his voice annoys the crap out of me, and I feel really bad about saying that, considering, I mean, you can't really change your voice. I mean, you kinda can. I've definitely noticed my voice is changing slightly as I'm doing the whole Let's Play thing, but I don't know. You can't change your voice, So why hate on a man for his weird voice? Actually, speaking of weird voices that, you know, grew on me as I actually went along, there's a pseudo-good friend of mine, I would say, Afro Jow. He's a Let's Player. He does a lot of, like, Dark Souls and JRPG stuff. I actually feel really bad. I haven't interacted with him nearly as much as I would like to. But he's definitely one of those people with a really unique voice. I've never even heard a voice like his before. And, I mean, go figure, he's going into voice acting, so he can actually use that, you know, unique voice for, I guess, as a career. I think he's doing other stuff, too. But it's like, if I had a really unique voice, maybe I would actually consider going into voice acting as well. Because as it stands, my voice acting abilities are terrible, and my voice is, I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't call it particularly amazing on its own right. I definitely, oh crap. Well, I missed. Let's see. Take any falling damage? Yeah, I took some. I was really hoping I could, like, pop myself on the ledge and not worry about it. So I'm trying to get up to that secret area, but I always find this section to be a little hard, because if you miss or if you overshoot, you're in trouble, boy. Not enough hoops. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt really bad. Actually, it didn't hurt nearly as bad as I wanted. Yeah, I was using my extra jumps to adjust, and you need to save one for the path up. Oh, I'm gonna miss that. Didn't take any damage. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to do a quick cut here, and, you know, get up to the top without wasting any more of your guys' time. Okay, and we're back, and we got another jump, some coinage, and a lot of weapon EXP that we really didn't need. Because, yes, we've got 2 guns right now, but they're both max. So, let's arrest our fall, and hop down. So, maybe the drops have definitely been increased in this game, or maybe it's because I'm running Babby mode. But considering on the last run, we were just running Major Moose, and did pretty damn alright. Okay, so we got super bullets and a lot of flamethrowers, which are terrifying. We also have enough hoops so that we can get up to the secret areas in this room, which is really good. I'm very glad I did that, like, exploration segment a while back where it's like, oh, this is where everything is. And another difficulty reduction. We're definitely going to have a really freaking easy run of this. I bet we're going to be able to make it up to the mall without any issues. Because now that I know the secret of the gumball machine, well, the gumball machine is goddamn easy. So let's go see about these secret areas and see if we can get something nice. What do I even need? That's an interesting question to ask, and the answer is not much. Armor is, as always, pretty nice. Speed would be nice. We're a little slow. More jumps are always amazing, because they're going to make it a lot easier to get from, you know, point A to point B. Armor might, I don't know. An extra gun would be amazing, but unlikely that we're ever going to get another one of those, because they're usually hidden up in, like, the weird secret areas that you can't get to normally. And I'd love to be able to get to them and get, you know, some cool guns out of it, but oh well. I also think this is going to be one of the last runs we run with the baby mode on it. It is just a little too easy for me. And that's okay. Like, sometimes it's nice to have a relaxing run where you don't have to worry about dying left and right. But it would be very nice. Oh, hey, it's a pipe organ. It would be very nice to, let's see if I can kill him before I hit the ground. Nope, does not look like it's the case, and we barely lost any weapon level or took any damage. The, several armor pickups I've gotten at this point have really come out in support of me right now. We also have Grenade Barrage, which is kind of useless. Okay. I think he also added new flavor text for this level, because it's about you as a, like, drunken scholar trying to get up to your friend's apartment and failing terribly. It's kind of hard to say. But, again, it's one of those where I really need to slow down and smell the roses. But how do I get out of this place? I'm missing the whole party. So I guess there's a party or something. And I've gotten to grenade spam. Oh. Now this is one of those sections where I would love to have some kind of splash damage, and don't. TNT would have been nice, or really anything, but as it stands, I guess we're just going to fire all of our grenades at them, and that works. Wow, grenade spam really recharges quickly, and or it's the it's very likely that grenade spam either charges faster than normal, or those little guys really charge it back up. I'm willing to bet it's a bit of both. So let's just kind of pick these guys off from a distance. I'm so glad I picked up the rapid mod. Originally I was going to be like, crit, well, you know, we can crit the boss really effectively, but that was going to make it kind of a pain in the ass to kill the gumball machine, because as fun as the gumball machine fight is, at this point, you know, it's not that hard, especially with all the nice jumps that you can get your hands on. It's also a pain in the ass if you have a slow attacking gun, because you know that orb thing that you have to hit to open the gumball machine shields back up? Well, ooh, I'm getting hit. Not for much, though, which is good. So there's one of the, like, 8-shotters up here. I think there are 8 shots. It's either 6 or 8 shots, and it's hard to say. Looks like it's 8. Okay. Yeah, it's very hard to say considering there's so many freaking bullets coming out of them. But I think we have enough hoops to make it over to the secret area. That'll be nice. And if you guys are tired of me saying hoops and would rather me say, you know, actual jumps or random real world words as opposed to just miscellaneous gobbledygook, go ahead and say it. I'm just... It's stuck in my head at this point. Maybe someday I'll fix my, like, weird word association stuff. But hoops forever. Except for I would say, like, last run is hoops forever, considering we managed to, what? Fire ourselves up. Or not fire ourselves, but climb our way. Oh, Jesus. This is some kind of terrifying. So this is like Saw Blade Hell. And Super Cannon as well. I will get out of the firing range, though, because that is concerning. Ooh. Ow. Okay, so I'm taking some stupid damage from the Saw Blade launchers. My hope is to get, like, above and or behind them all. I think I've actually managed to succeed there. And we haven't taken too much damage. There are bullets flying at us, but that's not a serious concern. The Saw Blades are much more threatening to our existence. And because they do a heck of a lot more damage, and they move like 10 times faster. So what do we even have left? We have... Actually, it looks like that Super Cannon may have taken out all of the Saw Blade launchers on this wall. Can't complain about that. So there's no secret area down there. Is there a secret area up above? So that's how you get to the boss. So that's one. I'm just gonna do some looking, because there's a thing over there, definitely, that I need to get. Doesn't look like there's anything down below, so this could either be really painful or really exciting. Kind of an interesting question. Let's see if I can go over it so it doesn't fire me off into the wild blue yonder in a very terrible way. Okay. So, there's a secret area up there, but my chances of getting there are slim to none. I just don't have enough jumps to get up there, because if you can, like, go up and around, you get it, but just don't have enough hoops. Not enough hoops. Oh well. So, I think we're actually just about to go to the gumball machine. Yep, we are. Which is really cool to me, because yeah, this is definitely the gumball machine. It's really cool to me because this is a new, like, not quite foyer for the boss, but, like, the spiky hallway of, like, maybe there's something on the other side is pretty cool. And mainly, I got kind of sick of the spinny, rotatey death thing. And there's the fish. I don't even know why there's a fish. It's kind of sad flavor text. Just looking for a girl named Mandy, or not looking for a girl named Mandy. What? Because her sister is going to be there. Okay, so apparently we're trying to mac on, like, our ex-girlfriend's sister, or some girl that we don't like. Not entirely easy to tell. But anyway, since we're running rapid fire, this actually goes a lot easier. Because I was kind of trying to say this earlier, but the shields will go down if you hit that orb enough. Problem is, if you've got a very slow weapon fire rate, you're not going to be able to break through the shields. Which kind of sucks. Okay, so it's John's All-Access Pass. I'm gonna get it, actually, because that would have been useful, actually, just a little bit ago. But, oh well. So, yeah, we're macking on the sister. But, as I was saying, if you're fighting against the gumball machine and you don't manage, if you have, like, a very slow fire rate, hitting that orb up there takes a very long time to get it to activate, because it's not based on damage. It's based on how many times you hit it, which makes it really convenient if you're using the Hedgehog launcher, or like Egon's Pride or something. But Yeah, the flavor text. I feel like I'm missing things. The friend in the apartment has no idea what's going on. Anyway, let's go fight the Maw, because I'm feeling pretty confident about our ability to wreck him. And yeah, I'm sorry if I've like kind of come across topics and then like doubled back on them because other things happen. There's a lot of stimulus here. That's kind of always going to be the case with Tower of Guns. I'm also a little scatterbrained. But so yeah, in closing, fighting the gumball machine with a slow attack weapon is kind of a pain in the ass. It's much better to go after him with a fast attack weapon, kind of, sort of. And it's another jump. Yay! Let's take the elevator down and let's see if it leaves us behind this time. Maybe that's what the extra jump is for. Who knows? But I don't know. The Blatherskite crossbow is growing on me a bit. I think I would be more unhappy with it if I was using if I didn't like get my hands on the rapid fire boost, because now that I have rapid fire, I mean, it doesn't make this like hideously easy, but it definitely makes it a hell of a lot more easy, especially with all the jumps and damage we're going to do. Because like honestly, look, we just pretty much took out the Maw in a couple of shots. I don't think we even got hit by the Maw, which is super convenient and hilarious. And I love the Maw as far as a boss design goes. I think it's a much more interesting last boss than the Gumball Machine, because the Gumball Machine is just weird. Dude, I think I broke your tower. Sorry, bro. It's not my tower, it's just a tower. It's the random death tower thing according to Google Maps. Have you ever felt like you were flying? I feel like I'm flying. Are you coming or not? Yeah, I'm coming. I just gotta find Washington Street again. I gotta get out of here first. Well, considering the Tower Heart is like the damnedest easy thing to fight ever, unless maybe there's like an actual alternate way of killing it, or maybe not killing it. Not killing it could be really convenient, but hey, we broke the Tower of Guns again, as usual. And I think that was one of our fastest runs ever, with the Maw included. Hey, Richter, I made it out. See you at the party, Richter. Oh, also, guess what else? What? What's up? Great. We are a brainless peon. Anyway, I like the fact that there's the inclusion of the Maw as well, because it means that we can complete the Hobbit run and actually have like the full plot as opposed to, you know, stopping halfway. And if you don't know what the Hobbit plot is, it's a plot that I only know half of because I was only paying attention at the very, very end. Anyway, space to continue. Someday the locals will speak of the mysterious college kid who conquered and destroyed the randomized death maze that was the Tower of Guns. You'll talk wistfully of that hero too, with the distant hopes one day shaking that heroic hand. While they were out fighting the good fight, you were partying with your friends, and don't remember anything from that weekend. Must have been a good party. That's funny. Uber wins. 3! I am not doing baby mode again, though, because that makes it way too damn easy. Like, look, we didn't even have that great of power-ups, and we still rocked the entire thing. What was our final difficulty? 151. Yeah, it definitely feels like Joe adjusted the difficulty so that, like, the numbers are higher. I don't actually know if that means anything, but it definitely means that, well, this was a very easy run by the new metrics, because I think by the end of, like, endless mode, like, run 3, we had 670 difficulty. This is a quarter of that, and most of our runs where we died had, like, 200, 300 something, which was ridiculous. So, maybe avoiding killing the Hugbots is actually the right way to go. I have no idea. Anyway, good run. Not doing baby mode again. Probably not doing the Blatherskite crossbow again. But it was a good run anyway. So, I'll see you guys on the next run of Tower of Guns. And as always, thanks for watching.